What's going on, everybody? Paul here, coming at you with your Crypto Coffee update, where we start the day by discussing news and upcoming events in the cryptoverse, all while enjoying our fresh cup of coffee. Our first segment is the news! With all the legal drama surrounding Tether and the potential washing of unbacked USDT on exchanges, a process also known as the main step in money laundering, a recent Medium article authored by a gentleman named Sylvain Rives sheds some even darker light on some exchanges' unscrupulous role in user volume. I'll give it to you plain and simple, folks. This article alleges that 93% of volume from OKX doesn't exist. That's an insanely high number. Sylvain uses the metric titled slippage to establish how well an exchange that boasts high user volume could handle large volume sells or buys. Sylvain ran a number of scenarios and found that OKX's slippage is just unreasonably high relative to their claimed trading volume. Here you can see a chart where you see some red X's that represent OKX with a bunch of other colored X's. Notice what a big impact larger sell orders have on the overall market price. This is highly unusual since other exchanges with less volume overall, indicated by the blue, yellow, and orange X's, they absorb larger sell orders more easily. That's the opposite of what we would expect. So Sylvain took a look at the overall volume history, and this is where things got extremely fishy. Notice the bars on the bottom of the image from Poloniex that you see here. They're varied yet reasonably high relative to price action. They compress here and there. Looks good. Now let's take a look over at OKX. This looks like a trading bot or money launderer's wet dream. This ain't normal. But just how bad is it? That's the question that Sylvain asks in his article, and what a good question that is. Here's his proposed methodology that he undertook from the article itself. Quote, gather a list of trustworthy exchanges that all behave consistently on that regard. 2. Perform a regression on their combined data sets so as to be able to predict a trading pair volume from an observed slippage. And 3. Compare OKX's claimed volume numbers versus estimated volume numbers as predicted by our model. So here we see the methodology actualized for slippage under 0.7%. That figure was chosen due to massive volatility in crypto in some effort to normalize for outliers. You can see that here, and you can see here OK included with those metrics indicated by the big green X's. Not looking too consistent with the overall trend line. Sylvain concludes with examining the fact that only 11 out of 28 coins listed on OKX with volumes over 100,000 USD have a slippage of under 0.7%. That's a highly unusual outlier as well. Huobi is another Chinese exchange that was blasted by Sylvain for having similar problems. You can see them here with their volume. It doesn't look quite as heavily manipulated as OKX, but nonetheless looks a little suspect. And the same methodology used for OKX reveals that Huobi has about 81.8% of volume that could potentially be faked. Now, Sylvain remains pretty objective in this. He says that due to a lack of robust data sets and the fact that the data available is relatively limited, means that this conclusion, while relatively solid, could be strengthened by more data. More data is always better. Sylvain also draws some interesting conclusions about Binance, which is absolutely flooring, and it's worth checking out his article. I won't go into it to leave you with something tantalizing. Go check him out. It'll be linked below in the description, along with everything we talk about here today, including these fancy images from his article. That wraps it up for your news bite. Let's go ahead and move into your Crypto Coffee update for Monday, March 12th. Neo is having a meetup in Melbourne, and Zilliqa is having a meetup in Shanghai. OpenLedger will be having their meetup in Denmark, and Qbao is having a, quote, Big Chen's blockchain lecture meetup in Shanghai. I love that name. Modem will be in Switzerland to talk about the Internet of Things, and Singular DTV will be having an AMA, with Metaverse having an AMA as well. Bitcore is having their weekly 7% airdrop every Monday, and 10x is releasing a mobile app. Origin Trail is releasing the Luna version of their platform. You heard that right. Origin Trail, not Oregon Trail. I messed that up the first time. Crown is releasing their masternodes today. Social is kicking off a new white paper. And Robinhood will be listing 2 new coins, Fluzz and Lala. I'm not kidding. Fluzz and Lala coming on Robinhood. That wraps it up for Monday, March 12th. Let's go ahead and roll into Tuesday, March 13th. The Money 2020 Asia Conference is going on with such names as Ripple, Quantum, Dash, and Monaco attending. Modem is having a blockchain summit in Belgium. Sophia TX will be at Numatech 2018 conference kicking off in Slovakia. A-List will be in Amsterdam for a Room for Discussion conference. Findentia X will be at the Asia Insurance Broker Summit in Malaysia. Ion is having a meetup in Nairobi. Nebulous is having a meetup in Sydney. And Hive Project is having a meetup in Slovenia. A lot of physical things happening in a digital ledger world. Bytecoin's having their AMA, and EagleCoin's kicking off their new website. Well, that's all we got for Tuesday, March 13th, and for your Crypto Coffee update. Thanks so much, as usual, for all the support. I very much appreciate it and love you all. Like, share, subscribe, check us out on Discord. It's where we're most active, and check us out on Twitter. My name is Paul. I'll talk to you guys next time.